Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another Business Circle. Woodford County Chamber of Commerce, we're highlighting nonprofits. I'm here with the Master, right? The Master of the Woodford County Masons, Mr. Drew Chandler. How are you, sir?
I'm great, Corey. Thanks for having me back on the show.
Well, man, I'm glad to have you back. And if you haven't seen it, you need to go to our YouTube channel. Drew, you also are the mastermind behind Woodford Alerts, which is an amazing service that you have. School outings, weather, traffic, all that good stuff. Sign up for it. It's great. I've got it.
WoodfordAlerts.com. It's the community emergency notification system.
Boom. Take that hat off and put on your Mason hat here.
Mason hat's on.
So we're talking about nonprofits this month, just kind of shining light on what all they do, how do you get a hold of them. But I want to ask you that the main question is, what are the Woodford Masons?
So the Masons are a nonprofit. Like many other fraternal organizations, our teachings are loosely based on the building of King Solomon's Temple.
Okay.
In ancient times.
Got it.
So, like other clubs, we have elected officers, and the master is more or less the chair equivalent.
Okay.
So
I'm getting it now.
I get to preside over the meetings and make sure that we're doing what we need to be doing.
Awesome.
Which there's a lot of philanthropic activities that we do, and glad to be on here to talk about this.
Well, hey, tell us a little bit about what you guys do in the community.
So every year, going back as far as I can remember, we have donated bicycles to the elementaries and the middle school. And those are used as attendance awards. And that is a program that is widely adopted around the state.
Okay.
And the Masons of Woodford County chipped in, I think it was 13 bicycles that we bought and donated to the schools. That's probably one of the most exciting. The other thing that we do is...
And it's healthy. Like, I'm sitting here sweating thinking about riding a bike right now. But it's a great thing. Yeah, it's great. I mean, especially in a local town like this. I mean, absolutely.
Well, the bicycles were hard to come by last year. We kind of bought them at the peak of the pandemic, and we've got some vendors. Mm-hmm. They know who they are that help us out because they know that what we're doing with those.
Fantastic.
One of our most impactful program, though, is to the Woodford County backpack program. That's with the Family Resource Center that makes sure that no child goes hungry. Mm-hmm. And
very important.
This past year, we were fortunate. We had a successful golf scramble despite the pandemic, and we were able to put together a significant amount of money and donate that to the Family Resource Center. And this year, our golf scramble in September will be the 10th year of donating to that program.
I love it.
And it is a lot of money. I'm trying to be humble about it, but I just think about how many meals that put on the table, and it's hard to not
be excited.
Just get kind of verklempt.
Yeah, that's the term. Verklempt. Yeah, I'm verklempt. No, totally. I mean, I'm with. I mean, it's great that and where I'm seeing this theme in these nonprofit. I mean, kids are always brought up, and it's like that's so important, and I have such a soft spot for that, especially food and scarcity. I mean, it's great. I mean, it's amazing that you guys are doing that for the kids and bicycles. But then you said, look, I was hooked. It's like we talked to William Downey last week with the Kiwanis Club. We were talking about the kids. I'm hooked. But then he started talking about pancakes and you were talking about golf scrambles. Like, dude, I love it. I love to give back to kids and I love to golf. How in the world? Okay, I'm hooked. How do I get a hold of you guys? How do I be a Mason?
Well, the Masons have a long-standing tradition is we do not recruit or advertise per se.
Okay.
And the old saying is, to be one, you ask one. So you just kind of open the door, and I'll be happy to talk to you more about it. But we don't recruit. We do meet twice a month above the post office in Midway.
Oh, okay.
And now's an exciting time, not just because of our charitable activities, but in 2020, the two Masonic lodges in Versailles and Midway combined.
Oh.
And we are one lodge now, Buford Landmark Lodge.
Yeah.
And we have a little bit of money. We're fixing up a historic property in
cool.
Midway, which has seen a great period of development.
Totally.
And, as the keepers of something that started 200 years ago in Woodford County, we feel a big responsibility to keep the torch burning. And the only way we can do that is getting new members. So
yeah,
we can get together offline, and I'll talk to you more about it.
That's
and we'd
really
be glad
cool
to have you. But for anybody else that's watching, chances are you know a Mason.
Yeah.
And all you have to do is ask about it.
Very
and
cool.
then we can talk to you.
That's interesting. So that's something new I haven't heard. And then, I mean, that's really cool. I didn't think of that aspect at first, which is the history aspect of it. You know, I mean, keeping that going for over 200 years now, that's a big responsibility, and you guys are killing it. So that's awesome. Thank you so much, Drew, for coming on and shining light on the Woodford County Masons. Back to you guys. Thanks, Drew.
Thank you.
I said you guys, but I mean it's Emily and I. Back to my clone in Emily.